Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter down here for the Apter Chat, June 2nd, 2021. And I got to talk to you because, let me get comfortable, because unless you've been on another planet, you know that today, June 2nd, 2021, more wrestlers were released by WWE. And, recently, last week, a lot of front office people were let go. They've restructured a lot of their executive division and legal division. So something's going on. And I'm not going to lie to you and make something up. I don't know exactly what's going on. So what I'm going to say is hypothetical in my mind. As I mentioned on the Wrestling with History podcast at vocnation.com, that a lot of times when companies make huge cuts and bring on some people that are even from out of the industry, it's a sign that they might be trying to restructure and sell the company. Is that a possibility with WWE? What the heck? I mean, NBC has been part of the structure of WWE for many, many years, going way back to the Dick Ebersol days with Saturday Night's Main Event, and of course recently with NBC-owned Peacock taking on the WWE network. So one is thinking maybe this restructuring is an appetizer for NBC to possibly buy WWE. And I think if that does happen, I think that Triple H and Stephanie would be retained to run the company, and Vince, as long as he stays healthy and alive, part of that as well. But today's shock makes me wonder, Joe Lowry, what a day. Joe Lowry has been saying for months to me, keeps saying, Willie, this whole thing is an elaborate scheme. It's an elaborate work with WWE and AEW. All these people that have left WWE and going over to AEW, and now the battle of the Khans, Tony Khan and Nick Khan, AEW and WWE, the top dogs in both those companies, and even responding to each other. I mean, that never would have happened years and years ago. But man, today, June 2nd, 2021, I'm going to read the list of people who've been released today. Aleister Black. And they just started doing something new with him. They just started giving him some new legs, so to say, with this character of his. And as you know, they were also, the talk was that they were negotiating with his wife, Zelina Vega, to bring her back into the fold. That still might happen. Then Lana. Yeah, Lana. So, well, let me go back to Aleister Black. AEW would probably want him at this point. I don't know how long the non-compete would be. Lana, just think of this. Lana coming to AEW, where her husband, Miro, former Rusev, resides. Can you imagine them being a team? That will raise the value of Miro as well. See, remember that fans like familiarity, and they were on WWE TV so very much. And look, the other day on the pay-per-view, on the AEW pay-per-view, Mark Henry was announced as their newest broadcaster and coach, and a lot of people are, wow, Mark Henry's gone too, and he's a WWE Hall of Famer. Murphy is gone. And again, I think any of the companies could make good use of Murphy. That program with he and Seth Rollins just ended its run, and they're just not doing anything with him. And he's a really, really good talent. Same with Ruby Riott. They got to do something with her. Again, the Indies, Ring of Honor, NWA, AEW, and the big one, and Santana Garrett, same deal. But the big one that shocked me was, as much as Mark Henry did, is Braun Strowman. if Braun Strowman, or when Braun Strowman becomes available, whenever his non-compete clause expires, man, I think that AEW is going to grab him. I really do, and they could do wonders with him. You know, Mark Henry kept talking about that one more match. I need to stand up and talk here. Mark Henry kept talking about that one last match to end his career. He still hasn't had it. Braun Strowman as an opponent for Mark Henry for his final match. Be a hell of a match. So what do you think? First of all, what do you think about all these changes going on, number one? And number two, the list of people that I read, who would be your dream opponent in AEW, NWA, or Ring of Honor for Aleister Black, Lana, if she is still wrestling, Murphy, Ruby Riott, Santana Garrett, and Braun Strowman? And by the way, I don't want to ignore this. Impact Wrestling, prime to get any one of these talents. I think any one of these talents would be fabulous in Impact Wrestling. So let me know your thoughts, all right? Impact, I didn't want you to think that I was ignoring you. I wanted to put you in a special sidebar over there saying, look at what might be available. And hey, Scott D'Amore and company there, check it out, because there's some great talents that really could up the profile of Impact Wrestling as well. That's it. All my verbiage for today. Don't forget to check out VOCNation.com, brand new website, brand new podcast, brand new great stuff on there. And Ken Resnick and Bruce Wirt and I do the Wrestling with History podcast. You can find that on every podcast platform. You can follow me at Apter One Wrestling. You see that right here. And wow, let me know what you think. Also, June 27th, I will be at Bud Carson's Pro Wrestling World at the Allentown Firehouse. You can go online to Bud Carson on Facebook, and you'll see the Back in the Saddle program there. I will be there. Baby Doll will be there. One Man Gang / Akeem and many other stars will be there signing autographs. And then the last week of August, go to www.International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, not on the last week of August. Go there now after this video so you can see that I will be one of the people at the International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame inaugural dinner. Got that right. And then on November 6th, my friends in Florida, I will be at the CWF Championship Wrestling from Florida Fan Fest in Lutz, L-U-T-Z, or Lutz, Florida. Go to CWF Fan Fest on Facebook to find out more about that. And as you know, my book is Wrestling Fixed. I didn't know it was broken. Still on sale. Apter chat packs are still available. You can find that on my Facebook page and on my Twitter at Apter One Wrestling. And that's it. This is Bill Apter, June 2nd, 2021, and I'll see you at the matches. Yeah, maybe soon, eventually. Thanks for tuning in.
Bill Apter asked me if I thought wrestling was fixed. I thought about it and contemplated and said I didn't know it was broken.